gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another podcast. Today, we are sponsored by Little Hugs. Go check out Ms. Durso in room 202. Today, we will be talking about the NBA playoffs, and the first series we will be discussing is the Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets, which the Nuggets are currently up 1-0. Joe, how do you feel about that series so far?
I think this should be an easy series for the Nuggets to win, maybe 5 games. I feel that there shouldn't be any reason why they should lose this series, even though they're known for not really going too far in the playoffs.
What about you, Joe?
I think this is the Nuggets series to win, and I just think the Timberwolves, they don't have a good enough team, despite trading all that for Rudy Gobert for some reason, and trading all their young assets for him. Makes no sense, and that's why they're a first-round exit.
Yeah, I agree. The Timberwolves shouldn't even be there. I mean, you saw right before the end of the season, Rudy Gobert and Kai Anderson got into a little dispute.
I forgot about that.
Timberwolves star young defensive player, Jaden McDaniels, broke his hand punching a wall. So they're a poverty franchise, and they shouldn't even be in the playoffs. So Nuggets will win in 4.
Yeah, definitely. Timberwolves don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Next series we got is the Boston Celtics versus the Atlanta Hawks. I think the Celtics are going to absolutely steamroll the Hawks. The Hawks as well. They switched head coaches in the middle of the year. Rumors right before the playoffs that they're going to trade Trae Young. So Boston's definitely going to win that in 4. What about you? What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, this can definitely be a 4-0 series. You know, Atlanta, as much as they surprised me in the play-in, beating the Heat, I think this is just an easy series for Boston to win in advance.
What about you, Joe?
Boston's a dangerous team. They're going to take that series, obviously. Boston is they scare me coming out of the East for sure. They have a really, really well-rounded roster, some really good players. They got really good star power, and they're going to definitely make some noise in the Eastern Conference. So I think easy series for the Hawks. For the Celtics. Hawks aren't going to put that much up of a fight. But yeah, the Hawks got some drama going on about the team with Trae Young and stuff. But you know, looking for Celtics to take this easily.
Yeah, Celtics are gonna make a deep run in the playoffs. This is just practice for them. This is the warm-up round. And this series we have one fan of a team to my right and one fan of a team to my left. We have the 76ers versus the Brooklyn Nets. So Joe, you're a Nets fan, so let me hear your perspective on the series.
I mean, we're down 2-0. Obviously, we're not going to win this series. I'm pretty much just hoping we can steal one in Brooklyn. I was hoping we could steal one in Philly. It didn't work out like that. A terrible game, too, in my opinion. We were up 10 points. It's not looking good for us.
What about you, Joe?
No, I feel really good about this series. It's gonna be an easy win for us. Not much for us to do to lose this. The Nets might take one in Brooklyn, but you know, Embiid's unstoppable, and when you try to stop Embiid, we have those guys that, you know, they can make the shots when Embiid's getting triple covered sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Maxey and Harden.
Yeah,
and
those guys
Harris.
like P.J. Tucker. Great shooter. All right, next series.
Wait. How's your team doing,
you wanna
Josh?
keep going?
How's your team doing, Josh?
All righty. The team's a poverty franchise. You guys have been in the process for 5 years and won nothing. All right, next
He's a
series,
Thunder fan. He's got no
the
rings.
1
Sorry.
and the 8 seed, the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Miami Heat. 2 big injuries have happened so far. The Heat's young stud, Tyler Hero, broke his hand and is probably out for the playoffs. And one of arguably the best player in the league right now, Giannis, hurt his back and exited game 1 early due to a charge by Kevin Love. So what do you guys think of the series?
I think as long as Giannis is back, they should be able to win that series 100%. But Miami, they're a tough team, man. Like last year when they played Boston, and they played them really well. And they always played teams, like really good teams like that, really well. I think the Bucks would probably win 5 or 6. I think Miami can get another win, probably for 6.
Absolutely. But I think the Heat are no pushover for sure. I mean, I've seen a lot of Sixers versus Heat games over the last few years. The Heat, they're a really tough team, really well coached, and they have Jimmy Butler, and that's all they really need for you to squeeze out games. But as long as the Bucks have Giannis, they'll be absolutely fine. Even the Heat losing Hero, I don't think it's really going to make a difference because I don't think they'd win the series anyway. But the Heat are definitely a really, really scary team, despite, you know, their seeding and facing the Bucks. But the Heat they're a trap team. You could get lost in how, you know, they could beat you for sure. They're not an easy team to beat. So, but I think the Bucks are taking it anyway. But that's what I got to say about the Heat.
The Heat are no joke in the playoffs.
No,
they really turn it on, especially with Jimmy Butler. He's known for the playoffs, but Milwaukee's star power and like no matter who's on the court with Giannis, everybody can shoot.
Right.
Their big man, their point guard, everybody. So I think Milwaukee has another chance to win another title, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Next series, great series. Two very young teams. We have the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavs. Right now, the series is tied 1-1. The Knicks won Game 1, and the Cavs bounced back with a blowout in Game 2. So I think the Knicks are going to win this series because Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are just hungry to get it. Like, Donovan Mitchell's already been pretty far. Cavs are young, though, but I don't know. It's going to be a great series to watch. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I definitely think this is the series to watch in the playoffs. I could see this game going to 7 games easily. Very good series. I know my dad's pumped. He's a Knicks fan. He's excited to see them play in MSG. So I think it's going to be a great series. I think Brunson is really going to show his full potential as he has already this season.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think we got a 7-game series here. These are two teams that are really well matched up together, and you're going to see the games going back and forth between the teams. And both teams are very young, and they're on the come up for sure. Both of them. The Knicks with Brunson and Randle, and then the Cavs with Mitchell, obviously. And they got a really good backcourt.
Just Mitchell?
They got a young backcourt with Garland in there too. They're going to make some noise in the future for sure, and they got that up and coming center, baby.
Who's the center?
Evan Mobley.
Okay.
The Cavs, they're going to make some noise for sure. I could see it going to either team, though. But I'm looking for the Cavs because I don't feel like dealing with the Knicks fans in the area. But we'll see what happens. I'm rooting for the Cavs, though.
Now, this series is my favorite series. This is going to be one of the most electric playoff series in history. We have two of the most electric crowds this year. We have the returning champs, Golden State Warriors, versus the Sacramento Kings, who haven't been in the playoffs in 17 years or something. So the Kings fans are hungry, and Kings fan got home court advantage because they were the 3 seed, and right now they're up 2-0 against the Warriors. What do you guys feel about that?
I mean, yeah, I definitely knew the Kings would take one of these games in Sacramento. I mean, their crowd is crazy. It's hard to get behind. I mean, with that atmosphere, they're very, like Josh said, a very hungry crowd. They want to see their team win. It's been a while for them. I'm really pushing for the Kings to win the series. I originally predicted the Warriors to win the finals this season, but I don't know. It's not looking too good for the Warriors right now with Draymond out.
I really like Curry. I really like the Warriors, but I'm rooting for the Kings just because of the story. I mean, that crowd is just really, really eager for the series win. I mean, they don't even have to go far, and these fans will be happy. I mean, that playoff chat was incredibly long, and when the Kings traded away Halliburton, I was really confused. I had no thought of where this team was going, what direction they were going. But you see it. This team they play with heart and they play with intensity, and that crowd is ready to see them win. And I think they're going to take this series based off their energy.
That's right.
That's what I'm thinking here.
The Mike Brown era is officially underway. The Kings they're ready. Light that beam. Another great series. We have the Los Angeles Lakers with two of the best players in the league, and the very young and star-studded Memphis Grizzlies. I personally hate the Grizzlies. Dylan Brooks is a terrible basketball player. Should be somewhere in Australia right now. Should not be playing in the NBA. And John Morant is... Don't even get me started on John Morant. So I think the Lakers are going to take this in 6. It will be a good series, but I got the GOAT winning the series. What do you guys think?
I'll tell you one thing. I definitely think that Dylan Brooks should go with Ben Simmons to play for the Shanghai Sharks next season. Neither of them deserve to be in the NBA, especially the way that Dylan Brooks talks, the amount of trash he does, and he can't even back it up. He let Westbrook drop 36 on his team a couple of weeks ago. That's a little sad, if you ask me.
Whoa, what's wrong with Westbrook, though?
No, meaning based off of how he's done this season, I think he's still a great player, and the Clippers have found a way to unlock this new style of play from him. But going back to the Lakers, Grizzlies, I mean, with Ja injured, I don't know how long it's going to be, probably for the rest of the series. I'm not positive.
No, he's questionable. He's questionable for tonight. He might play tonight. Game time decision.
I still think the Lakers could probably win 5 or 6 games. I still got them winning the series.
Yeah, Lakers are taking it, unfortunately. I don't like to root for the Lakers. I just don't like their team too much. I'm not a big fan of Lakers, but
You don't like LeBron?
I'm all right. I used to like him a lot less, but I don't really like the Grizzlies either. So I don't really want one team to win.
So who don't you like on the Lakers?
I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they're the Lakers. You can't really root for the Lakers. It's not easy for me. But
Okay.
yeah, I respect Kobe, but LeBron, he obviously is the best player of all time, but they're gonna win the series for sure. But the Grizzlies, I don't like the way they play. They play dirty, and Dylan Brooks averages like 15 a game, but he shoots like 30 from the field. So these guys aren't good enough. They don't have Ja. They're not gonna win the series for sure.
Shooting 30 from the field sounds like a friend of mine, Eric Thompson. All right, the next series we'll be talking about is the Phoenix Suns versus the Clippers, which is a very, very, very good series. Two very super-powered teams, pretty much powerhouses. Even though Paul George is out for the opening round, the Clippers took Game 1 with their incredible defense by Russell Westbrook. Kawhi Leonard dropping like 30. But the Suns bounced right back with a pretty dominant Game 2 win. KD dropped 38. Devin Booker dropped 38. Kevin Durant dropped like 25. So it's 1-1 right now. Where do you guys think this series is going to go?
I really want to see the Clippers win the series. Being a Nets fan, I definitely do not want to see Kevin Durant go far in the playoffs. I was happy Kyrie didn't make it. But this is definitely going to be a tough series. This is another series that could maybe go into 7 or 6. I definitely want to see the Clippers win. I think the Clippers could definitely steal this series, but the Suns are a really good team, and I think they might be able to bet.
For sure.
Yeah, I think this might be a 6-7 game series. The Suns need to just put it together. They have 2 superstars, and then they have Chris Paul.
They got 4 superstars on that team.
4.
4.
All right, who's the 4?
DeAndre Ayton.
Not a superstar.
He averages like 20 and 12. That's
Not a superstar.
pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Better than your center. Chris
my
Paul.
center's Joel Embiid.
Chris Paul, top 5 point guard of all time.
Not a superstar.
Top 5 point guard of all time. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant.
Okay, despite what Josh says, they have 2 superstars. They have 2 ball dominant scorers, Durant and Booker. I feel like they haven't had enough time to play together and get to, when you have all these guys that could score, it takes a while for you to get playing together. So Clippers might give them a good shock. I think this might be the year the Clippers finally do something. We've been waiting when they teamed up Kawhi and Paul George. We've been waiting for something from the Clippers. So I'm hoping the Clippers win the series because I really don't like to see these super teams, I guess, win the games. So if they just traded for Durant and our first round exits, that would be a big mistake trading for him. But yeah, I think the Clippers can definitely take this series in 7. But I think the Suns will win it in probably 6 or 7. But I'm looking for the Clippers, and I think it's possible based on just how deep their roster is.
All right, to wrap this episode up, we will be predicting our NBA Finals champion. So, Joe, who do you think's going to win the Finals?
I originally had the Warriors, but now I think it might be the Celtics, to be completely honest. I don't think anyone's stopping them.
All right, what about you, Joe?
I think the Celtics will win the championship. Unfortunately, being a Sixers fan, but
Now, I think the Los Angeles Lakers, championship bound. D'Angelo Russell, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley have brought a new life and new energy to this team since the trade. Rui Hachimura had a great first game, dropping like 30.
yeah, I think the finals will be Lakers
And
and
it's going to
Boston.
be almost impossible to stop healthy LeBron and AD in the
It is.
playoffs. So that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.